Our youth intake's arrived, there's 5 games left of the season, and I'm feeling rather stressed here at Lewis FC. Yes, folks, how is it going? Welcome back to Park to Prem. It's episode number 22. We've had our youth intake. You know what, let's start with that. And, well, let's just admit it, it's another disappointing year. We've invested a little bit into our facilities, not a ton, to be fair, but Joshua Harvey is the pick of the bunch, and I feel like when you view this guy as the pick of the bunch, you begin to realise why maybe when it comes to our youth team, our recruitment focus in that regard should just be signing players from other clubs. Now, speaking of signing players from other clubs, I might be panicking in the league. Might be. Since you were last here, 3 games played. We beat Northampton 3-1. Amazing result. Great to come back from behind. No complaints here. However, against Woking, we conceded a goal from the penalty spot in the 75th minute. And while Woking are down in 16th, we shouldn't be losing to them. We did lose to them. They didn't create a ton in this game, but they scored from the penalty spot, and we didn't score, and if you don't score, you can't win in a game of football. Unless there's own goals. And despite the fact we did manage to beat Altrincham 3-0 at home, it doesn't do much to ease the situation, where Fylde are just 3 points behind us, Chester aren't that far behind, and Fylde are on an insane run of form. They've won their last 5 games on the bounce. As for ourselves, yeah, it's not exactly been convincing. Our home record this season has been one of the best across the entire league. 16 wins in 21 is amazing, but it is our away form that is costing us. I'm beginning to come around to the idea that I might need to come up with some kind of away tactic. I'm hoping I'm not coming around to that a little, too late. There's only 5 games left of the year. Now, you will note the date is the 2nd of April. I was allowed to do transfers all the way up until the 29th of March. I've made quite a few. Some people might say I've panicked. And you know what? I'm going to go ahead and say it. Some of those people might be correct. I signed 4 players in the last week of the window, starting with Jaden Williams, 24 years old, decent little striker. I felt like we still needed to try and find a player who could be Princewell's understudy, or just someone we could rely on as an alternative goal-scoring option. Jaden is the man I'm going to call upon. He's yet to actually play for us yet. He has 5 goals across his entire career, but my plan is to play him at striker. This might be up there with one of the more stupid ideas on paper, but actually, if we compare the players head-to-head, is it the most stupid idea ever? I feel like Jaden Williams is not that dissimilar to Princewell. £250 a week, 2-year deal? I don't think there's anything to hate about this, really. The other player that we've signed who I'm hoping is going to make a meaningful contribution upon joining immediately is Andre Dazelle. He is a Hall of Famer, as far as long-term Park to Prem viewers will be concerned. The deep line playmaker joins us. I mean, what a stupendous player for this level. Signing on £350 a week, signing through to the end of next year. Last episode, I discussed this idea that I might phase Chris Watson out the team as the deep line playmaker. Dazelle is going to be the new deep line playmaker to end the year. 12 passing, 15 vision, good work rate, not too bad on the physicals. If there is to maybe be a minor injury concern, maybe his injury history is something to be wary of. Although actually, he tore his ACL in 2017. He's only had 4 injuries during this save game. And as you can see here, he's been playing for Portsmouth in League One for the last couple of years. He made no appearances for them this season. They released him just after the January window. We have swooped in and signed him. I think this is maybe the best signing we've made so far. There are 2 other players I've signed, but these guys are youngsters from Arsenal ready for the future. The first is Orico Sclair. This guy is amazing. 18 years old, defensive mid, decent physicals, definitely one for the future. And similarly, we've signed Michael Carlisle. The left back we're training to play at wing back, has some blistering pace, great aggression and bravery for a defensive player. Is only just 18 years old, had his birthday just a couple of months ago. I think he could be a really good option for us longer term. Now, it is worth noting that against Altrincham, where we won 3-0, Dazelle did play for us. Williams, however, the new striker, yet to make his debut. Today could be the day. We have got 2 matches coming your way today. The first is away from home against Chester in 3rd, and following on from that, we're taking on Yeovil Town at home in 5th. We win these games, maybe we start to look good for the title. Lose these, tomorrow could be a horrific end-of-season episode. Away day fans, rejoice. We played Chester earlier on this year in the Cup. We lost away from home. This is a massive game, but I'm going to take the hint from Football Manager. We are doing the away day. We're heading to the Devon Stadium. It's on the England-Wales border. And, well, we really, really need a win this time around. For today's away day, we are heading away from the south coast and we are heading up to Chester, a little south of Liverpool. And you can see here the England-Wales border cutting through. And I know that the team's kind of stadium is somewhere on this border. Where on this border? Don't have a Scooby. I mean, logic dictates if we just follow the border here, there's going to be a stadium. There is a stadium, right. Can we discuss this? Is this stadium in Wales or in England? Because the front door is technically in England from what I can see, but the actual stadium is definitely in Wales. I'm seeing a concerning lack of dots in the stadium, although there's one at the front door. You know what? We'll check that out in a moment. Let's have a peek from the side here. Here is Chester FC, and we can actually explore their car park, which, you know what? It's not in the best of nicks. Like, I feel like if they knew I was going to look at this, they might have painted the lines. I seem to remember that during the pandemic, there was a big issue with this football club in the stadium, and when Wales had different rules to England, there was something weird that went on with the stadium. Someone will know. If you know the story, let me know down in the comments. Just looking at the stadium from all angles, we can see it just looks like a cozy lower league stadium, doesn't it, really? It's not a massive ground, but it's just nice. If anything, there's probably too much car parking. As I mentioned, one dot at the front door. What can we see? Wait, no, this can't be it. Is this actually it? This is what you classify as at the front door. I have to say, at least on Google Earth, it looks a little bit better, the stadium. What I will say is, it does look like they just tarmacked a giant area and then thought, yeah, we'll put a stadium in the middle of it. I mean, if nothing else, you know, there is room for expansion in future seasons at the stadium. And you know what? If any of your Christmas packages have gone missing, you can go to the Royal Mail sorting office here, right next to the stadium, and try and find your package. So maybe that's a plus point. As far as away days go, though, it is just a slab of concrete with a stadium at the edge of town. There doesn't even seem like there's any pubs or anything to do outside of the match day. I can't give it a good rating, can I? The Dever Stadium, Chester. This might be really harsh. 2 out of 10. Not even the car park could redeem it. Some people might try and suggest I'm just bitter because we lost to these guys in the cup earlier on in this year. They may well have a point. Anyway, let's talk about the team news. Dazelle is in the team at deep line playmaker. I've already bigged him up a ton. He had a good, solid debut. In terms of the rest of the team, Teo is back in the team. We've missed this guy's influence in at the back. He has been one of the best players this year. A little bit concerned that Chesterfield have some interest. Hopefully that doesn't amount to anything. DeBayo alongside him has also been great. In truth, I feel like Teo and DeBayo could be my centre-back partnership all the way until League One, which is kind of wild to say, but I really rate these two centre-backs we've got. And obviously with Ranson in behind them, I feel like we've got the foundation of a good team. What I will say in the case of Ranson is, whilst his attributes and his polygon look really pretty, performance-wise this year, he's not had many heroic moments. Goes without saying that Prince will be leading the line. To the left, we've got Herbie James, who is still unhappy at the club, but I have now agreed that I will sell him if a 245,000 bid comes in. I don't feel like anyone is paying that kind of money for him. I would love to be wrong. If someone does bid that, I will bite their hand off. And over on the right-hand side, we aren't going to continue with Aaron Richards. Still a model citizen personality-wise, but his determination has taken a tumble lately. The 18-year-old has not shown as much kind of development promise as I was hoping. And in terms of performances, he has been very hit and miss this year. Saying all of that, if there is a time for some of the players that have not really stepped up this year to step up, have their moment, be in the spotlight, this would be a really bloody good game for them to do it in. They are playing the same 4-4-2 they beat us with before. In that game, we dominated the play, so I'm not overly concerned. I hope I don't live to regret saying that, though. Chester are in third. If they win this game, they will be just 3 points behind us with 4 games left of the year. Obviously, Fylde could actually draw level on points with us today, so the pressure is well and truly on. At the end of last season, there was a couple of games where we had to win, including that final game of the season against Wealdstone. When the pressure has been high, our players have stepped up in previous years. We have to do that again here. Goal difference has been one of our strongest elements this year, and well, I'm hoping it's going to be good for us here. Did Ranson save that? Oh my word, he did. We've lost a few too many games 1-0 this season. It's been an absolute pain point for us. Of course, we lost 2 yesterday in yesterday's episode 1-0. We lost a mid kind of episode between episode game 1-0 as well lately from the penalty spot. I feel like there's just games this season where we've just been shut down going forward. And I'm not sure whether or not that is just attributed down to maybe the system. Is it the wide players not stepping up? Is it a case of we have so much emphasis on Princewell that if he doesn't show up or if he's just struggling in a game, we're just not looking particularly great? I feel like it's a little bit of all of those things. I think it's one of the reasons why we've added the reinforcements we've added. As well, Alvarez is going to look to bring it forward here. Wide to Diakite. The left wing back's been a little bit quiet lately. It would be good to see him step up into the spotlight here as we actually knock around the ball really nicely. Welch, Princewell, James. The build-up play is so nice. I don't know why he's shot there. I feel like as James shot there was almost an annoying kind of tone in my voice, showing my disgruntlement about the fact he'd chosen to shoot there. What a stupid effort on goal. And now we might have a set piece to deal with. We head it away. There was 3 players of ours at the back post. Didn't need to be headed straight back into danger. They're bringing it forward. It deflects. It's headed away. Welch brings it away. That was terrifying. Could be maybe a break on, but to be honest, I'm relieved to just survive the set piece. Welch going on his lonesome. Players in support here. James is one of them. It deflects to Alvarez. We're not going to lose 1-0. We're not going to lose 1-0 because we're 1-0 up. Welch's run here was so intelligent. He held up the play nicely to let some players get in. I'm not sure why James has shot. Herbie James has the decision-making of a chocolate mousse. What is that? It's a good job that Alvarez has volleyed it in. I know what you're thinking, Jack. If a chocolate mousse is someone with bad decision-making, what's someone with a good decision-making? A creme caramel. There you go. That's the dessert tier list of decision-making. There's points where I start talking in this episode. Wait, pause the game. Did you see the commentary there? If I rewind, I think it might show it. A clearly angry person while he's shouting instructions at person 1's players. I assume that's their manager who's lost the plot. It's 1-0 at the break. We've created loads. The scoreboard reflects that. I am going to tell the players here they can do more. You can step up. I've got faith in you, lads. You can do better than what we've already done here. Diakite is on a booking at left wing back. I'm not going to risk it. We're going to bring in a Bangby at left wing back. I really want to bring Jaden Williams in for a game, but I feel like it'd be forcing him in at this point in the game. Yes, Princewell hasn't scored up top. I feel like we have to keep faith in the main man for now. Admittedly, though, the main man only has 2 goals in his last 5, which, you know what, for a lot of strikers, that'd be great form. For Princewell and the fact he's our lone striker, it's not quite as productive as I'd love to see at this point in the season. If we could extend our lead to start this half, that would definitely help my nerves a little bit. Last time we took on Chester, we lost 3-1 in the cup in this stadium. I know that scoring might not be enough today. Dazelle with a short pass. I've bigged up the new signing. He's given it away in an awful area. They pull it back. And that is a royal let-off. Right, let's encourage the players. Oh, why did I encourage? There's a corner. I don't like this. O'Connor is over the ball for them, whipping it back post. Headed away, only as far as Mackie could shoot, does shoot through traffic. I mean, that shot's gone over, but the pressure is building. Princewell leading the line here, gives it to James. Alvarez to James. Diakite would be on the overlap here. Abangbi doesn't make the same intelligent runs annoyingly, but Zane is there to pick up the pieces. The speedster at centre mid skips past his man, puts it in. Princewell's shot is blocked. I'll tell you what, it's end-to-end stuff here to start the second half. I mean, I'll be honest, knowing that I've got Yeovil in the next game today, winning here feels almost essential. A draw here and Fylde could still cut the gap to us to just a single point. And with the games we've got remaining this year, it would be just a little bit scary. This is the kind of game where we need to be clinical when we have chances. Welch is bringing it forward here, through the middle. Shield fizzes it in. Oh my word, Princewell volleys it in. I think it was a half volley. He's kicked it into the ground. Did he scuff that? Was that intentional? Answers on a postcard. Show me the replay. A few years ago in Football Manager, they kind of added more variety to how strikers finish chances. I can't work out if this is that variety or if he miskicked it. You guys can let me know. He's kicked it into the ground. It's deceived the keeper. It's squeezed in off the post. I feel like this is now a game about game management a little bit. I'm going to move both our wing-backs back when we have the ball, and they're just going to play as full-backs. Richards at right attacking mid hasn't exactly been great here, so we're going to bring in Horn. Elsewhere, apparently Princewell is frustrated by the feedback, but it's not updated to say he's scored yet, so I guess it's not quite gone through. His rating should now just jump up because of Football Manager logic. I'm going to bring in Artem at centre mid. I'm really keen to give the 18-year-old as much first-team football as we can. He is going to be playing on the left-hand side. We'll make just those 2 subs for now. I'm going a little bit conservative, a little bit more sensible, I suppose, in our attacking play here to minimise the risk of the counter. Based on the stats in this game, we are well worth a 2-goal lead. Chester in this second half really needed to step it up and create more, especially having gone 2 goals down. They've not done that so far, although with 5 minutes left, a goal here could still change things a little bit. Ajala gives it wide. They're not exactly committing a load of men to the attack here, are they? A Bangby fresh off the bench. Can he do some defending? Not on this occasion. Ball fizzed in, blocked at the near post. That was scary. We came into this game desperately needing a win. And I don't want to jinx it, but with 2.5 minutes left, I think we are going to get that win we desired. There was a couple of scares, a couple of let-offs. Maybe rode our luck a little bit, but there's been times this season where we've not had our luck. And I mean, we are now carving them open here. Alvarez pulls it back. If only someone was there for the ball. They're going to launch it forward. Tayo wins a great little header, although Aitchison is going to win it here. Chester committing men to the attack. If they get one goal back, it will be a nervy last 2 minutes. As Kuyar knocks it past his man, floats it in. Love. I mean, that is a stupendously good goal, isn't it? The little knock past the defender here by Kuyar is delightful. And then he just floats in. And as soon as the ball kind of arrives towards Love, you just knew he was going to score. But that goal is surely going to be too little too late. End the game, referee. It's a 2-1 win. We've scraped it. I think when you look at the match momentum, we deserved it. Well done. We weren't at our best. We got the result. And now all eyes are on Fylde. We just need to see them not winning. What was the score in their game? Oh my word, they drew against Harrogate. So that result there puts us 5 points clear, but our very next game is against Yeovil in 5th. They need a win. They are not locked into the playoffs by any means. In fact, the scrap for the top 7 is very, very close. They have struggled lately, Yeovil. Let's hope we can add a little bit more misery to what's already been mounting up for them. Okay, it is a big old day here for match number 2. Fylde are taking on Boston United, my hometown team. I need them to do us a favour. Admittedly, the gap behind Fylde now has grown a little bit. Torquay are in 3rd, Chester are in 4th. Obviously, Yeovil will take it on today, are way off the pace now. It's very much looking like a 2-horse race, and a win here for us puts us 5 points clear with 3 games left. In terms of team news, not touching anything. Off the back of that last result, we're going to stick with what we know. Although one thing I have done midweek is nickname Teo to just Teo, because I never use his last name. And Teo and DeBeo, just, it looks quite fun, doesn't it, as a centre-back partnership. I'm a really easy person to please. This game is just 4 days after the previous one, so I am going to have to monitor fitness levels a little bit. Jaden Williams, I think, is very likely to make his debut today. I made these panic signings right up to the wire. Obviously, Dazelle has actually played for us and been pretty good at defensive mid. Admittedly, he nearly completely shot us in the foot in that last game. But yeah, we've not seen anything from Williams just yet. We are at home at the Dripping Pan under the floodlights, and I can't believe what I'm seeing. It's not raining! Am I right in thinking that when the weather reflects like the mood or the tone or like foreshadowing in like written media, it's called like, I think it's called prophetic fallacy or something. I'm tapping into my GCSE knowledge. The fact it's not raining must mean that good things are going to happen today. That's what I'm trying to suggest. Herbie James, the man who thinks he's worth $250,000 and definitely isn't, holds up the play there. Yeovil are playing with lots of players behind the ball. They are going to be looking for the counter-attack. DeBio on a booking early doors is a bit concerning, but he won the header nicely there. Now we're on the attack. Diakite, give and go with James. Options in the middle. Princewell is there. It is 1-0. Diakite won't be given the assist here, but this pass, the waiting on it, the run, to be fair, by James is absolutely sensational. And the former Tottenham man pulls it back to the main man. Genuinely, what would we do without Princewell? He has been just such a great player for us. What a pickup he was signing last year. I feel like every lower league save game, you need that one heroic striker that you know you can rely on. We have this man. And well, we are looking like we're out for blood here. Less than 20 minutes played. We're on the attack again. Diakite floats it. Richards back post. Back across. Welch shoots. It's blocked. The pressure is mounting on the Yeovil defence. I mean, halfway through this first half, goal to the good statistically. I mean, look at it. We are dominant right now. I don't want to get too complacent too soon, though. We've got to keep locked in here as Tayo steps up nicely to win it. Obviously, last episode was full of disappointments in difficult games. I knew that we needed to level up our performances. I feel like we've shown that so far in the first game and, well, a quarter. James plays it across. Welch is there. It's another assist for Herbie James. What a moment for him to decide that he actually wants to be good, the left mid. He played it really nicely here. Intelligent run. Welch just arrived perfectly on cue. Shoots. Did take a little deflection. We do not care. I don't want to get too carried away. Fylde are losing to Boston. Boston United, my boys, can they do something for us, the Pilgrims? We're doing what we need to here as the ball's whipped in. It was nearly another. The keeper has managed to save that. The ball still might not be away from danger. We are bullying Yeovil so far in this game. Although, I have already mentioned, they are set up for the counter-attack. That highlight there for a moment looked like it could go south quickly. Do need to be a little bit wary of Yeovil on the counter. At the same time, this is one of those games where at home, the wind is in our sails. We are on the front foot. I don't really want to change anything, because we look great. Diakite, Alvarez, the build-up play superb. He hits the woodwork. It deserved a goal, the passing up to that moment. You're doing brilliantly. Keep it going. I mean, honestly, I'm considering making some subs just to try and rest some legs a little bit, which, I mean, maybe it'd be a little bit naive to do so early on in this game, but if we could get a third, or if we get down to the last 20 minutes, yeah, I might make some wholesale changes. Set piece in a very dangerous area here. Andre Dazelle, the new kid, on the block. He's not really had a moment of magic yet in a Lewis shirt. Could it be delivered here? Oh my word, it nearly was. He shot when a cross was expected. It's not fully cleared away yet. Dazelle to Welch, can't pull the trigger. That, you know what, that is a great tactical foul. We'll take that all day, every day. Only 25 minutes left of this game. I am yet to make any changes. This has been one of those games where things are going so well, you're kind of a bit scared to adjust stuff. But I think sooner rather than later, fresh legs are going to be needed. Yeovil with a rare attack here as Akanji gets it forward, whips into us, Dausch. He heads it over. There's just a little warning. Principal's played well in this game. I'm going to bring in Williams for his debut. I'm a footballing romantic. Elsewhere, Richards at right attacking mid hasn't been great, so we're going to take him off. Albaros will take off for Artem. At the back, our defence is looking complacent. Shield is actually looking a little worse for wear. We'll bring in Gibbard. 4 changes being made at once. We should probably just save 1. 15 minutes left. Teo's taken a knock. Could be sprained knee ligaments. That is the kind of injury I should probably take him off with. His condition is looking tragic. Go down injured, mate. Stop the play if we need to. We're playing basically down a centre-back. Tebeo wins one header. Turner loops it forward. Gibbard back to Ranson. Now, you know what? I'm going to queue up the change now. JJ on, Teo off. Let's just hope we can survive until the sub can be made. Teo, playing with his injury, gets it forward to Diakite. I mean, if we go on to get a third goal now, that would be kind of nice, because the pressure levels, I feel like, could rise in the last 15 minutes with us losing arguably our best centre-back. And Kanji's in behind. Teo can't keep up with play. It's a one-on-one. They've scored. And I feel like that is entirely down to the injury. You can see Teo here. He raises his arm. He's signalling to the bench. Lads, take me off. I can't go on. Gives Akanji so much time. He picks his corner. And it's a 1-goal game. It might be viewed as overly defensive. I'm going to make the exact same change that we made in the previous game. We are going to the 4 at the back, even when we have the ball. I mean, stat-wise, we've dominated this game. An XG of 3, but only 2 goals converted. That finishing a little less than ideal. Herbie James, at the end of the day, with his kind of assists, has been the difference maker for us. But with 2 minutes left, it's maybe not done yet. I'm willing for this to be the most boring last 4 minutes ever. We just need to get over the line by any means possible. And I think we're going to do it. Surely that is that. It finishes 2-1 here. I think Fylde got a really late goal against Boston. When I looked in the bottom corner with like 5 minutes left, Boston were winning. What happened there? Ethan Laidlaw, 95th minute, gets a crucial point. Admittedly, though, even with that point, they are now 7 points behind us. We've won 2 games today. They've slipped up back-to-back. How the tables have turned. In a weird point of view, just strictly as a content creator, how annoying is it that Fylde have decided to bottle it as we've won 2 really difficult games? It could have gone down towards the wire, but with 7 points clear and 9 points on offer, it is just about done now. I think plan of attack for tomorrow, we come back for the game against Aldershot, and then we do kind of a first half of a transfer special. Fylde bottlers, Andre Dazelle is back in a Park to Prem shirt. I mean, it doesn't get much better than this. We will be back tomorrow to end the season, to start the summer transfer window. And as a reminder, even before the budgets have been recalibrated, there is quite a lot of money to spend. Have a lovely rest of your Tuesday. I'll see you tomorrow for more. And until then, it is me, Jack. I'll talk to you guys in a bit. I'm out.